Alrighty, traders, hello everybody. So let's have what an amazing time to be alive right now, right? What's such an amazing time to be alive right now with just everything that's happening with just to be able to experience all this sort of stuff and to see what's happening with the markets, and then also the health side of things as well too. It's just the AI and what's that bringing about. It's just like, wow. It's such an amazing time to be alive. So, bit of an update across the markets for you guys today to show you what I'm seeing right now and what we're going to expect next, and all that down home country goodness. Now, with that being said, guys, I honestly believe this is one of the greatest buying opportunities we're going to see this year. Now, not on every single stock, right? There are selective few stocks that I am personally getting into right now. Actually, I've already been in, and things are doing well for me now. I'm selecting a few stocks that are just being beaten down big time. And I believe there's going to be some really good trading opportunities from those. So over the next 2 to 4 weeks, maybe a couple over the next say 1 to 2 months type of positions. There's probably going to be a really good strong rebound on these particular stocks that I'm looking at. And it's probably going to be amazing. Now, with that being said, guys, it's going to then obviously impact the indices, right? Dow Jones, Nasdaq, S&P, and so on and so forth. And I honestly believe, guys, there is such amazing trading opportunities, and it's just really amazing, guys. Now, traders, if you are struggling with trying to find good trading setups, I'm running a flash sale today, and I've put together 4 of my top trading systems that I've used for the last 20 years, plus a few bonus trading systems there, but 4 main trading systems you can start to use today for $4. If you'd like to get access to that, go to johnsflashsale.com, or there should be that link in the description there. We can get access to the actual 4 trading courses or 4 trading systems for $4 today. But the thing that I'm really looking at here when it comes to the stock market is I'm seeing what we're seeing through here. Now, let me show you this here. Let's start off with the Dow Jones. So the Dow Jones, what we're seeing through here with the Dow Jones is, as you can see, I've identified these 2 different levels through here, right? So the first level was this level here, as you can see, right, all through there. And then what I did is I just connected this line up. Now, if I show you this here, actually, let me make this real thick. So yeah, if I make that thick and make that thick as well too. Notice how when it comes to this level here, all I'm looking for is I'm looking to see, does this market respect this angle here most of the time? And you can see we had some support there, did a bit of work there, bit of work there, did a bit of work there, work there, work there, work there, and then also look where we are right now, right? So we know this angle, especially coming from majority of the last, say, 12 months, we know the market is respecting that particular angle at this point in time, right? So we can see what's happening through there. We're coming down through here right now. And if I squeeze right up here, we can see that we're starting to get a bit of a rejection here. Now, it's not over yet, right? We definitely do need to see a bit more upside to come. And I would say there's probably going to be a little bit of short-term issues around about, I'd have to say, this level here. We need to get, the Dow Jones needs to get this moving from here and to get back above here. If we do get that situation from here, this whole thing here could be a false breakout and then a big slingshot move to the upside. Now, I say slingshot move, meaning that if we get the breakout, we could be getting this whole level here, major support through here. This should be resistance, right? If it's not, let me do that again, okay? If it's not, and we rally back up, we're probably going to get a little bit of a pullback through here for a few days, all right? That's what it tends to happen. And then we do something like this, and then we rally back up. If we do get something like this here, there is a major, massive probability that we're going to run to the other side of the channel. I've always called this the false breakout pattern. It's more like a false breakdown pattern. But whenever we see a major support level through here, and this happens time and time again, it's a pattern that I've recognized, that whenever we have the support level through here, support, and we get a big flush down, but it does not follow through, aka on the downside, and we hold here and then we get back above that, because remember, once again, this whole level should be resistance. But if it's not resistance, we get back above, then this could be a false breakdown. And then when that happens to get back above, there's a good probability we're going to run to the other side of the channel on the Dow Jones. Let's go look at the Nasdaq right now. Let's squeeze our charts right up. And the big thing about the Nasdaq, as you can see, let me extend you to the right, make you thick as well too, is look where we are right now on the Nasdaq. Now, this is another form of a false breakout pattern potentially, right? Potentially. And I say potentially here, right? I say potential because of this here. Check this out. This is where it gets so awesome in the markets, okay? I love this. I love this shit. There's two different forms of false breakouts in the market, right? There's two different forms of false breakouts in the market. There is a one where we have support level through there, right? And meaning we actually get this here, and we get the breakdown, and then we get the rally back up, right? So that's what we see. That's what we see the market actually doing here, right? That's the false breakout there. But there's also another form of false breakout is when we have the channel, meaning the market's doing this here, and then we get, right? And then we get the market doing this here. Let me just change the color, right? And the market will go up, up. It'll break down, but it will just slightly break down, do that, and then break back above. If that happens, now if this happens here, which is right here, this is now another form of false breakout out of the channels that we've been seeing through here. If we do, then let's see if we can identify another channel here in place. And it's probably going to be around, I'd say around there somewhere. If I'm trying to look at an actual high to low period, possibly somewhere through there, I'd have to say somewhere through there, okay? If we do, if this is a false breakout pattern, then we can not only see this thing hold, but then rally up to make a new high. This could be a false breakout followed by a slingshot move to the upside on the good old Nasdaq, right? Nasdaq. Let's look at the S&P 500 here. Now the S&P 500 has squeezed it right back up again. Let's just make that really thick once again. And same for you as well too, just so I can show you what I'm seeing here. Once again, you can see the angle here, right? The angle has been quite impressive when it comes to even just recently what the market's been respecting. Respecting here, respecting here, respecting, and then we have respecting situations through there, right? So we can see that in the markets. You know what I'm saying, right? So we can see this whole thing through here. So right now, we're not at that level yet. So we could have a little bit more downside to come, but that's probably all she wrote. All right. And then guess what? And then away we go again. All right. So we do actually have, let me see if there actually is another form of a channel through there. So that was support level, wasn't it? That was support breakdown. It's definitely not the angle I'm looking at there. So we can see what's happening through here, right? So I wouldn't be too surprised to see the market start to form a bit of a bottom here over the next week or so and start to see the market having a really nice move to the upside. Let's look at the Russell as well too. Again, I was trying to identify some areas of the Russell that may be a level through there, right? As you can see. And the same thing for here as well too. That may be another level through there. But the Russell is just... it's definitely one of those lackluster things, right? And I really thought we would actually get the breakout of the Russell last year. We actually didn't. It actually just failed and completely went to the downside. So really interesting to see what's going on with the Russell. Russell has just been nothing, right? Absolutely nothing in the markets from there. So that's what I'm seeing there across the actual gold and silver and all that sort of stuff. Let me show you what's happening with the energy sector, because the energy sector is one of those markets that we're probably likely to see a bit of a drop here soon, right? A bit of a drop here soon coming when it comes to the energy sector. And the reason why is because we're just really holding here. You can see over the last sort of maybe last, say, 12 months, we've been range bounding between this here, and, between the sort of support resistance lines. So, but I'm seeing this more like a bit of a rounding top formation, right? So possibly see how it's more like, it's sort of like rounding, right? It's sort of like rounding through there. And so you can see that that's what's going on right now. So this is actually slowing down. We're not really getting a very big sort of setup. So this could be getting ready for something like that to happen, which brings me to the update of looking at the oil market, which is the USO, and that's the same sort of thing. So maybe the oil market and energy is about to get crushed on the downside from here, and we can see here that we are at a level of support on the USO. So I wouldn't be too surprised to see this thing bounce up for a little bit for a week or two, and then fold out, and then we start to see the big move down. So there could be a really big opportunity coming in your computer or on your computer real soon from there. Looking at the financial sector, one thing I want to share with you guys when it comes to just these markets in general, and I was looking at this from the XLF, the financial sector, is the really big thing is that one thing that I've just noticed is that always look at your markets from see what I'm doing here? I'm looking at the markets from like 4 or 5 years. This is from a daily chart perspective. But even if you're looking at, say, an hourly chart or whatever, still squeeze it up to see where it's coming from, okay? And the reason why I say that is that because if we've been going through, I call it 3 major stair steps in the market, right? If we've gone through, right? If we go through stair step 1, stair step 2, and then stair step 3, generally speaking, after the 3rd stair step, guess what? We start to slow down and we start to go through this period. So every big bull phase, and you'll be able to see this on gold when I talk about gold in a minute. We generally have 3 major stair steps before we start to run out. So if you're looking for a buying opportunity and you see the market's doing this here, and it might have 3 stair steps, and you're looking to buy up here because you think the market's going to make a big move, know the way that these markets see how this market operates. It goes up for maybe a year or two, and then we go sideways for a year or two. Then we go up for a year or two. And as you can see here, look at this. Look what's happening here on the financial sector. We're starting to what? Starting to really flatten out, aren't we? Why is that? Because look at all this movement to the upside. This whole thing to the upside is one very big, what's called a bull phase in the market. So me and my personal trading is that if I see the markets making these moves to the upside, I want to run away from things like this, right? And AXP is an example, right? AXP was actually, when it comes to my actual trading setup that I use, this here was an actual trading setup here. But I knew, and what I'm talking about, this right here, this breakout candle here was an actual trade that met my trading rules. But I knew, and this is where, if you ever watch my stuff for my trading system, you've got to take the system, but understand where we are in the big picture things, right? I knew this is probably going to be a very short-term move, and it wasn't going to be a big move. Why is that? Why am I saying that? Because if I squeeze my charts right up, look how far we've been in this bull leg phase. The market, after a period of time, if it's been going up for quite some time, will start to go into a pullback or a sideways consolidation. And again, this is the biggest warning sign that I can say with gold right now. And I'm going to get to gold in just a minute, right? So we had this very big move to the upside here. And this is where a lot of people not understanding the concepts of these markets, that we go through a very big bull phase, and then after a bull phase for 1-2 years, we've been stepping up, bam, 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 bam. We end up going through this here. And then now look at all this up move from here. And I knew when I started getting opportunities up here, I didn't know it was going to definitely stop, right? It can keep going, right? But there's a good high probability, right? Because it's just based on probabilities, right? That we're going to this is probably going to be the end of the move very, very soon. And I don't want to win this here. In fact, If I'm looking for a trade that's likely to make a big move, bit of a hint for you guys. If I'm looking for a trade that's likely to make a big move, it's not after the market's already made a big move. You have gotten in too late. And this is where a lot of traders get it wrong from here. And if I bring that up here, and now if I actually go to the gold market, and we can see what's happening here with the gold market, and I bring this up here, look at this very big move to the upside. If I go to this weekly chart here, right, look at this chart. Look at this entire move to the upside. So people are thinking, oh, gold's set for another really big move. But as you can see, I just showed you financial sector. I showed you an individual stock. I'm showing you gold. How do markets work? If we're going to go through a bull phase, let's call it because it's a bull phase, we're likely to go through that phase for a year or two, just like we did here with gold. And then guess what? There's going to come a point in time when that bull phase is going to be over, and we're either going to see a very big pullback, or we're going to go through what's called a distribution or an accumulation phase, which generally lasts sometimes a couple of years, and then we go for another really big move. So people that are thinking about getting into gold now, you're getting into gold now, thinking we're set for another really big move to 5,000. You have set your odds on your side of not having a successful trade, a successful trade that's likely to make a big move. We've already made a big move. It's over, right? And the big thing, and again, guys, this is where like understanding the markets, right? When I'm looking for a trade that's likely to make a big move, I'm getting in down here as it's just breaking out of this level here. It's a big key there, right? What are the setups that's likely to make a big move? And I just showed you so many examples, and now this is the reason why I'm now starting putting the warning caps on when it comes to gold. Because why? Because I know how far we've been in this very big bull market. Now, it doesn't mean we can't keep going up. And unfortunately, traders that are trading based off what they hope instead of a really good trading system and patterns and processes, you're just sitting there on hope, right? And it's just not a very look at this last leg to the upside, right? Step 1, step 2, step 3, and then we have this very leg to the upside. This is now getting very close towards the end of this bull phase. Now I say there's phases and bull markets, right? A bull phase is when the market's been trending the market trends. After the bull phase is over, we go through something like that, which we get pullbacks, right? Now we've been in this bull phase here for the last one or so years, right? We've had 3 major stair steps, and this happens just all the time, right, guys? Stair step 1, stair step 2, stair step 3, and then we came down through here, right? 1, 2, 3, and then nothing, right? As we started to do nothing, 1, 2, 3, now we're here. See what I'm saying, guys? So it's really interesting to see that when it comes down to the concepts of what I'm teaching here, and this is the reason why, if you've seen my actual post here, let me show you this here. Let me show you. So this is my actual, bam, right? Oh, by the way, johnsfreegift.com, free trading course. This is the reason why I said, Charles Dale said, major trends have 3 phases. I'm sharing with you here. Gold has had 3 legs up. Is gold market about to end, right? And so this is what I put through here. Here we go, right? 3 phases to the upside. And so therefore, as I shared with you here, and then as I was sharing with you just a minute ago, right? As you know, that this was stair step 1, stair step 2, and stair step 3. And then after the 3rd stair step, that's when we're and now people are getting here hoping for a big move. Again, if you understand how these markets work on the deepest level, you understand we go through these phases. So if you're looking for a trade that's likely to make a big move, it doesn't happen after the market's made a big move. Big mistake, right? What we want to do is we want to just, okay, you know, what's going on here, okay? And then also, if I actually look at the actual, what's this next one, right? A simple chart of why I've been calling a rally to come out of the stock market. This is obviously for the stock market here, right? And this is really simple, right? People are being called, if you think the market's going to start into a very big downward trend, I'm going to go through a big crash, guess what? What is a downward trend, right? The downward trend is what? See through here? What happens with the downward trend? we go down, don't we? We go down, but we have to rally for what? To create the lower high. So now you know why I've been calling for a rally all this time out of the stock market, especially for the next few weeks. Why? Because it's just how markets work. See what I'm saying here? It's very, 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 very simple. And all I'm utilizing is what? The chart itself. There's so much power in the chart itself. And that's why a big bear market doesn't just go straight down, right? If this is going to be one of these where we go up for a while, then we flatten out, we go down for a while overall, then what is that up and down, up and down? It is, we got the down, now we're probably going to rally, and then we get the big move. Then we get the big move out of the market set, right? So that's the reason why I have a bit of a warning sign when it comes to the gold market from there. Now let's go look at silver. Silver's a lot different, right? This is the silver market here, and looking at let's actually bring up SLV so we can get a lot more data. If we do break out, which we're probably going to here, there's a major, it's probably only going to get to around the 34 level before we start to, what's that word? Peter out, start to hit resistance through there, and maybe have a bit of a backing pattern going on through there. We do actually have a bit of a support level coming up through there. So this is probably what's going on. We may have a bit of a run to the upside here, and then maybe get a bit of a pullback through here. So that's what we're seeing right now when it comes to the silver and gold from it. Let's go look at the actual mining sector as well. Mining sector is about to actually break out from here. We had a very nice pullback. Remember I said before, guys, of how markets, you've been following me now for quite some time. How do markets work, right? We go up for a while, and then guess what? After a period of it going up for a while, we know there's going to come a period of time when we get the pullback. And now we're doing this here. See, it's just really, 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 really simple, right? If you understand that concept. And this is the reason why, if you've watched this video all the way through, the concept of if the market's already made a big move, then you getting in right now, hoping for a big move. See how that's upside down, right? It's already made the big move. It's not going to make another big move from there. And so we have a look at the actual, the daily charts from here, and now we're starting to really put some pressure on here. We came up, we got a little bit of a drop through here, and now we're starting to break to the upside here on the gold mining sector. Let's go look at the silver mining stocks. The silver mining stocks is actually starting to make a floor, which is quite awesome, because if you have a look at this here, as you can see, that we actually found a support through here, broke down, came back, false breakdown, came back up, found support, and then now we're getting a rally to where? The other side of what's been channeling from here. Remember I said before, again, if you watch this video all the way through, remember I said before about the Dow Jones, about how the Dow Jones could be that false breakout pattern, right? Then we can actually see, what's actually going on here and what's happening here, and so on and so forth from there. So that's what I'm seeing from there, guys, when it comes to the overall markets. There's so many amazing opportunities here, guys. If you just really, really, really focus on just being patient and waiting for these opportunities. If you do need some help, guys, when it comes to just your trading, and you would like more mentoring on a weekly basis with me personally, then there should be that I think it's the third link in the description, or there should be a link in the description. You can actually, that's actually for an application. You can fill out the application, and you and I will personally have a good chat on the phone to see if you're a good fit for my Inner Circle program, where I'm actually coaching you and showing you everything and helping you and coaching you, guiding through this. And I'm coaching you every single week for the rest of this year. Speak to you soon, guys.